In China, there is a culinary divide between the north and south. Southerners typically eat rice, while northerners prefer noodles. These dietary preferences are a result of the diverse farming cultures that have developed over thousands of years, adapting to various regional climates. Given the vast size of China, the debate over which cuisine is better, northern or southern, has persisted. It is unclear whether spicy food is equally favored in both the north and south, leaving this as a question to be answered. For a long time, a paradox has existed suggesting that pepper has therapeutic properties for people residing in the Yangtze River Basin, as it is believed to have the ability to expel dampness. Despite the fact that the climate in Xinjiang is dry and not in need of the damp-expelling properties of pepper, people in this region still have a fondness for the spice. It is commonly used in local dishes such as mutton skewers, big plate chicken, and braised noodles. In this particular case, the term spicy refers to an aesthetic experience that evokes strong feelings of excitement and nostalgia among people.
总觉得它是一种从小吃到大的味道，就是会一直不停地吃的这种。
这就是不辣不欢的。
我觉得年轻人都喜欢吃辣的，
是什么都喜欢吃辣的，但是炒米粉的辣跟别的辣还是不一样。
Pepper, with its stimulating and teasing properties, is often used to whet one's appetites for foods like noodles and rice noodles. However, few places can match Urumqi in terms of the sheer number of rice noodle shops available, which can amount to thousands. The popular local dish stir-fried rice noodles typically contains a significant amount of pepper, often making up a third of the dish. It appears that pepper is a staple ingredient in this region's cuisine. Xinjiang, which is China's largest inland province, started large-scale cultivation of peppers in the 1990s, making it a significant pepper-producing region in the country. The region's natural dry air and over 3,000 hours of sunshine throughout the year make it an ideal place for drying peppers. Unlike the crisp and spicy peppers of the south, the harsh desert terrain of Xinjiang gives its dried peppers a unique and wild texture. After the summer harvest, hundreds of thousands of tons of dried peppers are collected in the Gobi Desert, forming a torrent of red that stretches northwestward. Along the revived ancient Silk Road, these peppers encounter new destinations. Before dawn, Wen Andy and his mother set out on a journey, but a rare light rain in the desert brings them concerns rather than joy ahead of the trip. Joyanne Wenandy's mother comes from Guizhou and she has been handling peppers since she was a child. During one winter, the rice noodle shop she runs consumed over 10 tons of pepper, so its quality has a significant impact on her business. Every year when it comes to selecting peppers, Joyanne is always present to ensure that only the best quality peppers are chosen.
我就喜欢你家这个辣椒，肉墩墩的，肉实的很哦。
你看亮亮的，
颜色倒还可以，
辣度相当好的，
相当好的。
你看这个都里面破开，你看这个质量各方面的。
炒上我们家的米粉那才逮呢。
The exceptional climate of Xinjiang has fostered plump and bright red peppers with an intense pungency. This quality is what makes them the perfect match, or the so-called official couple, for the local stir-fried rice noodles. 3 years ago, when Andy opened his first rice noodle shop, which became known for its signature dish, spicy stir-fried rice noodles.
辣的，就是在新疆话里面，就是很多时候吃爆辣炒米粉吧，那最多的一体验是什么？过瘾。就是因为新疆人他是比较喜欢吃辣，我们在这个辣椒上的选材呢，就是不仅仅要突出辣，还要突出它的香，它满足的就是我们所需要的所有的对于辣椒的要求。
Once the dried pepper is marinated and braised into a sauce, it is ready to impart its unique taste to the stir-fried rice noodles. When Andy, born in the 90s, believes that he has a special bond with the pepper from Xinjiang and rice noodles from the south.
爷爷呢是50年代的时候从贵州支边到新疆，一开始其实没有炒米粉这个东西，贵州也没有。爷爷呢就开始琢磨嘛。 新疆人喜欢吃什么？比如说我们新疆爱吃的炒面、拌面，爷爷就用新疆的安海的辣椒，再带上贵州的酱，中和在一块儿，把它爆炒出来。
The standard ingredients for stir-fried rice noodles are tender chicken, crisp celery, and soft rice noodles. The dish can be quickly stir-fried in the pan, and then it is ready to serve.
鸡炒中啊。
Once the hot oil and sauce are fully mixed together, they coat each strand of noodle evenly, giving the dish a perfect balance of spiciness and aroma. Xinjiang, being the bridge connecting China to Central Asia, has always been a hub of spice traders from all directions. The people here are experts with spices, thanks to their cultural diversity and unique living environment that differs from the Central Plains. These factors have contributed to some distinct aesthetic differences. People from all over the world come here, work hard, and indulge in their favorite food. Time seems to fly by as they hear a gentle voice saying, "Welcome to my home at the foot of Tian Shan Mountain." As we head towards the south, we make a short stop at Baoji. This city is located at the west gate of the central Shanxi Plain, where the 4 provinces meet and the essence of history still lingers.
拿现炼现炸的青椒啊，拿现做的芥末酱有香辣酱，这是那个陕西的辣椒面，陕西8大关油泼辣的一道菜，这就是最好的一道菜。
The name Shanxi pepper is quite straightforward, and it resonates with the ancient saying, "The first to conquer the central Shanxi plain will be king." The people of the northwest region have a fondness for noodles, which is partly due to their geographical location. The deep soil in the central Shanxi plain produces protein-rich grains, which, combined with the heavy and chewy carbohydrates, make for a classic match with the mellow and thick chili oil sauce. However, the people of Baoji have another recipe that goes beyond just mixing noodles and spicy oil. 10 years ago, Xue Peng closed the noodle shop that he had been running for many years and opened a hot pot restaurant. Today, we can see this determined Shanxi man working his magic with boiling oil and chili sauce. Every few weeks, Xue Peng receives a delivery of important ingredients for his hot pot business.
陕西人对这个辣子的口味是非常挑剔的，不能要干辣，但是又不能没有辣的感觉。辣子粉有粗的有细的，就是各种不同的吃法。像我们用的这个辣子，主要是不是那么太辣，因为火锅的蘸碟如果太辣的话，客人接受不了。我在我们当地选择了一种比较脆的辣子，瓤比较薄。 干了之后呢，咋形容呢？就是拿手一搓就成灰了。
Although it is just a dipping sauce for hot pot, Shui Peng always has a mysterious and satisfied smile when discussing the recipe. He uses a well-known local chili pepper called Baoji line pepper, which, after being dried, is stir-fried with oil over low heat to reduce the spiciness and enhance the flavor. This step is the key to Shui Peng's special dip recipe and the secret to the chili oil sauce that the people of central Shanxi Plain take great pride in. When milling flour, different thicknesses of chili powder are used to enrich the flavor of the chili oil sauce. In addition to the public secret, there are invisible tricks in the oil. Fresh scallions are fried to bring out their fragrance, and as the oil heats up, various spices are added to the pot. The combination of aromas creates an irresistible concoction.
3号，几位啊，师傅？2个人啊，刚好。
In September, when the temperature in Baoji drops to 20 degrees Celsius, guests can be seen waiting outside Shui Peng's restaurant. For northern hot pot, a plain broth is the preferred soup base, but the dip or sauce that accompanies it is also very important.
辣子火锅就是我们宝鸡人的一种吃法，在别的地方可能很少能见到。蘸料就是一碗辣子，没有啥特殊的。
The optimal way to extract the maximum flavor from chili is by pouring hot oil over it. This process results in the creation of the most exceptional spicy chili oil sauce. As diners savor the hot pot, the baked buns become crispy. The aroma of the oil enhances their flavor, and the buns are warm and crispy on the outside while remaining soft and warm on the inside. The long history of the ancient central Shanxi Plain has resulted in a unique spiciness that can be both direct and subtle. When hot oil is splashed onto the chili, it instantly comes to life and evokes familiar images of home. However, just across a mountain range, chili takes on a different appearance. Located just 200 kilometers south of Baoji, the Qinling Mountains act as a watershed for temperature and precipitation. This abrupt shift in precipitation is due to topography. In areas with higher humidity, peppers tend to produce more capsaicin, which is why peppers grown in regions with abundant rainfall tend to have a stronger flavor.
从饮食上也是，接近四川，应该是南方。那个生活习惯，像我们吃法这么说，就应该是北方。
Rice noodles are a staple in North China, while sauce is a defining characteristic of South China. Unlike northerners who have a strong preference for subdividing chili pepper noodles, southerners are obsessed with chopping fresh peppers to make sauce. Watercress is added to the mixture to help ferment the peppers. As the amino acids are activated, the sauce becomes more complex and flavorful. Fermented chili sauce is commonly used in various restaurant dishes. However, households in mountainous areas have a slightly different chili sauce that is only used for daily consumption.
我们就最辣子，最红的，最溜的。
Line peppers are not widely cultivated in Hanzhong. However, in the mountainous regions, most households have their own small plot of land for growing them. Today, Du Hua and her aunt are planning to make the best breakfast of the season using these peppers.
哈辣子，要的。
The pumpkin leaves that have fallen off the vines are used to wrap the peppers, and then the wrapped peppers are placed over charcoal fire. This cooking method involves direct contact with fire and is known as shao or baking. It helps to sterilize the food and enhances its aroma. While the pepper is being baked, vegetable tofu is also prepared for cooking. Clear soybean milk is obtained by filtering bean dregs. The mountain cabbage is fresh and crispy with a slightly bitter taste. Boiled soybean milk is added to enhance the taste and to add some color to the dish. This is a traditional recipe for the people of Hanzhong in South Shanxi. The soybean pudding is rich in lactic acid, and it is layered with mountain cabbage. Rice is added and simmered over low heat. The vegetable tofu porridge is mellow and not greasy with a slight sour taste. This traditional snack is usually paired with spicy side dishes by farmers in Hanzhong.
辣椒是烧这样子是最好的，带点黑皮，它出来的味道特别好。
After cooking, the pepper is removed from the stems, chopped and then pounded with a stone pestle called a ta in the southern Shanxi dialect. The weight of the pestle and the heat generated from pounding the pepper changes its structure and fully activates its aromatic compounds. Roasted walnuts and peanuts are crushed separately and then mixed with the pepper before being seasoned with salt. The scent of the pepper is immediately released into the mountain air due to the high temperature of the oil. This farmhouse chili sauce is not a secret recipe, but rather represents the daily life of the people living in the area. The spicy aroma is what wakes people up in the morning. The Qinling Mountains and the Huaihe River not only divide China north and south, but also help differentiate distinct food cultures of rice noodles in the north and chili sauce in the south. In Mahai village, which is one of the oldest villages in northern Guangxi province, locals grow peppers at the top of terraces to adapt to the wet climate.
我们一直都种辣椒的，几十代人的，从古代的老人家到这里就是种辣椒的，生活方面的经济来源就是这样的。
The pepper in the shape of an upside-down horn is a unique ancient breed found only in Mahai village. It has plump chili seeds and a slightly sweet taste. During the largest pepper harvest of the year, which usually occurs around the 15th day of the 7th lunar month, young people come back to the village to help. Despite the small output, the villagers always have a celebratory dinner. The whole village typically produces only 1,250 kilograms of peppers each year, so for generations, Mahai villagers have been taught to eat one pepper at least with 2 bites. The first batch of freshly harvested peppers is highly valued and is immediately served at the table. Removing the pedicles while keeping the whole pepper and skin intact is a delicate job that requires patience and care, usually carried out by the cooking team. The pepper is filled with freshly minced meat, a technique commonly used by the Hakka people. In Zhuang villages, the colored red symbolizes life and vitality, and stuffed red peppers are considered a significant and impressive symbol. It is unclear when the pepper first appeared in Mahai village, but it has become a staple ingredient in the villagers' diet. During this particular dinner, the pepper takes center stage as the main ingredient. The challenge after the meal is to preserve the remaining peppers and keep them fresh. To make version 1.0 chili sauce, all that's needed is to chop up fresh peppers and mix them with local ginger and salt for marinating into a sauce. When paired with a bowl of rice, the sauce becomes an incredibly delicious dish. Version 2.0 chili sauce, on the other hand, takes longer to prepare. In the rainy south during autumn, the men, women and children of Mahai village take advantage of the limited sunshine to dry and collect their peppers, even if it means trekking on narrow roads. The sun-dried and wind-dried peppers are dehydrated to 70% to 80% before moving on to the next step in the process. After the peppers have been collected and dried, they are stir-fried to speed up the dehydration process. The dried peppers are then placed into a bamboo tube and chopped up. Garlic is cooked in hot oil to release its fragrant aroma before being mixed with black curd beans and chili powder. When enveloped by the thick, oily soup, microbes are kept out, and the essential spiciness is retained. Although the version 2.0 chili sauce from Mahai village does not undergo fermentation, it is still hard to forget. The differences between the south and north of China are a common topic of conversation at the dining table. Different ethnic groups have unique perspectives and ways of living. The natural precipitation line that divides the regions nurtures peppers with distinct biological attributes and flavor profiles. People have utilized their wisdom to fully explore the possibilities of the peppers, expanding their knowledge base. Despite our diverse culinary cultures, we all share a common desire for happiness. For lovers of spicy food, whether in the north or south, the origin of the pepper is not the question, as all peppers are equally delicious. As we continue on this journey, we will witness how people challenge each other with even spicier peppers. Many people associate spicy food with particular regions. For instance, people in Yunnan, Guizhou, Sichuan, and Chongqing are known for their love of spicy food, while those living on the southeast coast tend to avoid it. However, despite the regional associations, peppers are not limited to specific areas. In fact, they are becoming increasingly popular in places that were once unimaginable.